while since we got together and marked out. So much has passed. We're gonna be all over the place and catching up. But you know it's Saturday morning time. We've got to all mark out on a podcast like ours. We've got James here. You know he's so extreme. Who will he call a whore on Mark? Yeah, this is a god of thunder. He's ready to throw some bolts. And I'm still putting songs on Mark Out Mania. Mark out with us. It's time for Mark Out Mania.
Woo! Woo! Good boy. Good job, Pedro. Good stuff. As soon as you said whore, I thought of Melina. There you go. So
perfect.
My
God. Hey. Oh, welcome, everyone. Welcome back to the Mark Out Mania.
Yeah, it's good to be back. I miss you boys.
Yeah. Zeus sound like he's just grumbling in the background.
Zeus is
we're
pain.
we missed. He's like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah, Zeus is in pain because I can barely form sentences right now. Shut up.
If you need to tap out Zeus, you just let us know.
Yeah, man, just let us know. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm good.
No.
So what's been going on, boys? How's everybody doing? How's the world doing? How's the world of professional wrestling doing? What the hell is going on?
Shoot.
Well, I made a pilgrimage to the Parts Unknown comic book store to see the leader of the Dirty Dozen Horsemen fans, John Hitchcock, and
nice.
Got to talk with him for a while, and I found a stack of old wrestling magazines that were available for sale, and I scooped up a few of those.
Nice.
Some classic early 1980s Inside Wrestling and Pro Wrestling Illustrated, and he actually has 3 boxes. I mean, 3 large boxes of DVDs for sale. A lot of stuff that came from like High Spots and stuff.
You probably could find some goodies in there.
Oh, dude, there's one of them. There's one of them is just the whole feud between Steamboat and Youngblood versus Slaughter and Kernodle.
Oh, that's classic.
Nice.
Yeah, leading up to that magical Greensboro Coliseum match that sold it out, and there was 16,000 more people jammed in traffic trying to get there.
Nice.
So
that's good stuff. You can't find that stuff.
Oh yeah, did tons of old. There was old Memphis, old Mid-South, tons of old Florida and Georgia and Mid-Atlantic, and Best of Horseman stuff, and
all the good stuff.
Yeah, just tons of things, and it was funny when we were talking about. I was talking about somebody was saying that they'd kind of, forgotten how good or never really got to watch much of the Florida Championship Wrestling, and I was like, well, my friend John Hitchcock, he broke into one of his neighbors' houses just to watch.
Damn.
He put it's in the book.
Excuse me, man, but I need to watch Dusty Rhodes.
Well, he definitely wasn't watching to see Dusty Rhodes, but he because he hates Dusty and Dusty hated him. But some great stories. A great story he told me. He said that at this past WrestleCade, that he got to see Dustin Rhodes again, and there used to be really bad blood, like because Dusty used to hate the guys on the dirt sheets. And John used to do some little cartoons and stuff for him. Nice. And so he was kind of lumped in with them, even though he wasn't like the one, any of the ones that was actually, reporting on the real life stuff, but apparently it got to a funny point where, he got to know Dustin a little bit and started calling him Murdoch because he's
nice.
trying to allege that Dirty Dick Murdoch is actually Dustin's father and not Dustin.
My God. This guy's looking to get his ass kicked, isn't he?
Right? He's like, hey man, Dirty Dick is, he's back in Texas. He's down there in Charlotte with your mom, and while Dusty's on the road all the time, and
damn. I see Mrs. Zero gets to a lot of places. Go ahead.
Yeah. So he said that I had no idea he calls Dustin Rhodes Murdoch.
That's funny.
So, yeah. And,
wow.
So yeah, we had a nice talk and spent a little money and talked a little bit about, some of those great old memories and I was just like, all that stuff with all those videos or, just kind of, they boggled my mind. And I was like, man, that's some really good shit over there. And it's just,
That's so good that you could talk a little old school wrestling and reminisce and buy some merch and, spend a little money and just get into some good conversation about the old days of wrestling. The old territorial days, and you don't realize how good it really was back then, and especially when you got boxes of tapes of shows like that. I mean, come on, man, the Youngblood Steamboat and then you Sergeant Slaughter and Don Canoodle. That was awesome, man. Private Canoodle, that was awesome.
Oh,
all
yeah.
Good stuff. All good stuff. Well, you know what? Because I've been getting my ass kicked in cardiac rehab. I'm getting my ass kicked by a bunch of geriatrics. Okay, everything hurts in my body except for my heart. So I haven't seen any kind of wrestling and stuff. So you guys are going to be catching me up all day.
I'm trying to think what happened last week. No, this week I remember.
First, I got to say what's up to Double Y, Double H, Y2H2. What's going on?
Oh, okay. Hey,
she pulled that Lex Luger card for you.
Yeah. I saw that. She put a Lex Luger card, huh? The hell out of here with that shit.
Damn.
I'm surprised it didn't come with a loaded wrapper.
A loaded wrapper. It'd be funny, yeah. I think the cards she had were part of a game, like they're part of some kind of game. They're not just a trading card.
Yeah, it looked like one of those card game collecting things.
Lex Luger's the worst.
Yeah, it'd be funny if there was an appearance rating and his appearance rating was really high, and then like his other ratings were really low.
Let's bank the company on a man who can't wrestle, can't speak, can't sell, and is not liked in the locker room. Yeah, idiots. Go ahead.
But yeah, I'm trying to think about last week. Do you remember much about last week, Zeus? Because I don't remember much at all.
Well, technically, last week was the finals of the Summer Strong series
right.
in New Japan, and they had the main event was to fill the IWGP junior tag team belts.
I'm realizing we have to go back even another week because
and before that, I think the biggest deal in New Japan that week was Kenta had to give Jeff Cobb a rematch.
Jeff Cobb, okay, I remember that. Okay,
he had to give him a rematch for the briefcase for the U.S. title shot.
Did that match happen already?
Yeah, that happened.
Okay.
The rematch for that, and Kenta kept it with some shenanigans from from Chase Owens.
Oh, nice.
So,
Chase Owens.
yeah. So it's like he was not re-signed. So I think they're just kind of paying him per appearance, and they're because that was they've been doing all those shows in Florida. All this United States stuff. So, there was a good match on one of the shows. It was Dave Finlay and PJ Black against Gorillas of Destiny. That was fun.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
I haven't seen God. I haven't seen God all year. I haven't seen him.
Yeah. Thomas shaved his beard off.
Whoa!
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's baby faced looking.
I think I remember that from the New Japan Cup USA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was shaved there.
I thought I saw a picture of him like that, but I thought it was. I just automatically assumed there was an old picture. Oh, look at that! It's and it's current. Look at that.
Yeah. Let's see. Did we already went over the PWI 500 and all that.
Yeah.
The last time we were on, although we can update to that because you were showing us Zeus. Yesterday where they had this list about Cody Rhodes and
they do the top 10. Rollins. When they do the top 500, they give like the top 10 guys each their own page, and they list what their what their top 5 moments of the year were during the grading period.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull this up now. So Cody Rhodes finished at number 7 in the PWI 500. And his top 5 moments during the evaluation period: number 1, he beat Shawn Spears, Darby Allin, and Lance Archer in successive tournament matches to become AEW's first TNT champion. Number 2, he pinned Wardlow in a high-stakes steel cage match on November 19th after connecting with a moonsault off the top of the structure. Number 3, defeated former ally Shawn Spears in a match at 2019's All Out event after hitting him his Crossroads finisher. Number 4, beat Sammy Guevara in the first match of the debut episode of AEW Dynamite. Number 5, defeated Darby Allin in the homecoming episode of Dynamite in Jacksonville, Florida on New Year's Day or Eve, whenever it was. So those are Cody Rhodes' top 5 moments. So now let's look at Seth Rollins, who finishes at number 8, a spot below Cody Rhodes. Let's see his top 5 moments. Number 1, using 3 stomps, toppled Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship for the second time in 5 months at SummerSlam 2019. Number 2, retained his Universal title and championship defense against Braun Strowman at September's Clash of Champions event. Number 3, partnered with Becky Lynch to win a mixed tag team match against Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans, in which both his Universal title and Lynch's Raw Women's title are on the line in Extreme Rules. Number 4, teamed with Strowman to capture the Raw Tag Team Championships from Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows in August. And number 5, won the Raw Tag Team titles again in January, teaming with Buddy Murphy to defeat the Viking Raiders. So winning all those Universal titles and matches and all those tag team titles means less than winning a TNT tournament and some random Dynamite matches?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on for a second.
Right.
Is it me, or am I just not getting the whole AEW thing? Well, they seem like AEW is like okay. There are fans who like AEW, but I have to keep things realistic. And then there are other fans who actually like AEW, and every match is a 5-star match and the best of all time. Now, the way people are making these things out, it's like AEW means everything, and everything else is all just bluff.
I mean, for this specific discussion, I don't think that matters so much as we're talking more about the kayfabe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
in the
but even in kayfabe, AEW is a new promotion in kayfabe. So how does their world title or their TV title is that much important?
that's the thing we're getting to, James, is that
Yeah.
in kayfabe, Seth Rollins won arguably the main title in the WWE,
Right.
and he beat all these people, and he won the tag team titles twice.
Right.
And somehow that is less of an accomplishment than Cody Rhodes winning a tournament for the secondary title and then just winning random television matches.
Right, and even if you keep in kayfabe, the person who's writing this has to be thinking AEW is the greatest thing on sliced bread,
Right?
Because their titles are new.
Yeah.
The titles are new.
That's
So
the thing. That's the thing
again, are these people delusional, or are they people, or like are these people drinking some kind of Kool-Aid that I don't know about? Like, what's going on over here? How are we living? Like, oh my God, I can't. I refuse. No.
In the kayfabe, the WWE should be so much above AEW because AEW.
It's the longest standing title now. So
yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense. Like in the kayfabe,
well, I mean, the Universal title is the new title.
Right.
But still,
right.
We're saying
it's a federation. It's a federation heavyweight world title.
Right.
It's a number one title. They have 3 brands, 2 of which they consider equal brands. Raw and SmackDown are equal brands.
Right.
The Universal title has been the top title in each brand, so it's effectively just as important as the Raw title.
And it's been around since 2016, by the way. So it's been around 4 years.
Yeah. But I mean, just overall, it's a top title.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the TNT title is it's like saying somebody that won the Intercontinental title and 4 other boner matches, is greater than the Universal Champion.
So you're saying Sean Stasiak was the
Sean Stasiak. Me.
because of the Viagra angle they did with him?
Who did they not do a Viagra angle with?
I remember the one with Hoovy. That was brutal.
What about the Viagra on a stick match?
Yeah, that was even worse.
Wasn't that Kidman against Douglas?
Yeah, some shit like that. Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah, the PW. Yeah, when you showed us that Zeus, I couldn't believe it. Like the accomplishments are not comparable.
That's why I don't put stock into the PWI 500 anymore, because you can't. Even in kayfabe, you can't.
Well, they're not even following the kayfabe rules.
Yeah,
right, exactly, and that's what I'm saying. It's hello.
I mean, if you look at some of the other pages, even and apologies to YYH here, but Angelico and Jack Evans are above Teton from CMLL, and
right.
Angelico and Jack Evans are jobbers predominantly on the AEW YouTube show, right. Whereas Teton holds a world title in CMLL and who competed in Japan in this time period and Mexico in multiple tournaments and blah blah blah. And you're like, somehow how is that lower than people jobbing on AEW Dark?
Yeah,
on a B show.
Yeah,
that's horrible. It's horrible. This world is topsy-turvy. 2020 is unbelievable.
It started out great.
Yeah, it did. It did for you, Zeus. You went to like 9,000 shows.
I know. I was heading for a banner year of
the world record
events.
Mm-hmm.
James, if I do a supercut of this show this year, I'm going to start it off with your statement just a bit ago about 2020.
It's just weird, you know. It's I don't know. I think wrestling. I think wrestling needs a timeout, you know, and just to regroup, just to get shit back together. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
the easy solution for WWE in that situation is having another draft. You know, they can do that.
They can do that. They got the personnel for it. That's for sure. You know.
Ring of Honor. They reinstated that Pure Wrestling title, and they just started the tournament.
That's right. They're actually taping for TVs now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And they got some of the guys. They've already had a couple first round matches, and like Rocky Romero is in the tournament. John Gresham, Jay Lethal.
Okay, so good people are wrestling.
Yeah. They got some excellent wrestlers in there, and it's pretty interesting too. Also, when you look at the the fact that New Japan was able to put together all those nice little shows for Friday nights, here in America.
Yeah.
And, of course, a lot of the guys, are guys who have wrestled for New Japan on U.S. shows, so they're guys that have, been kind of stuck here anyway, including the L.A. Dojo guys. They're filling out the kind of the bottom of the card and some of the tag matches and things. And I did notice what's interesting is that the Young Lions from there's one of the guys that's I think he's a New Zealander. He's actually in Japan right now, and the Young Lions are kind of starting to argue amongst each other about being in New Japan proper or the LA Dojo, which is better, and so that's kind of interesting. I thought.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Some pride, and I'm just like going, you guys in Japan, you guys can talk all the shit you want to right now, but you're not going to talk shit to Shibata in his face, though.
No, I don't think anybody is. I don't think anybody is.
It slapped the piss right out of you.
I haven't seen New Japan in a while. I need to watch the G1, man. I'm like going crazy.
They had the first day today. I
need to watch the G1, man. I just need it.
Dude, it was nuts. I mean, for the fucking day, for the first day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of us do not know spoilers, by the way.
I'm not going to. If you don't want to know who the winners are, I won't say the winners.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Pedro's like, don't say shit, damn
it. But listen to these 5 matches, okay?
Oh, guys, let's go.
Okay. So, all right, now, of course, nobody's thrilled about Tokyo Pimp Yojiro.
I want you to break down the matches, though, okay?
Okay, yeah, so...
Does Yujiro come out with the lady? I can't remember.
Peter? Yeah. Peter. No, she was not there.
No whore?
Then we are not excited. No.
And he wrestled Will Ospreay. Who came out to huge applause.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yes. So
okay.
So all of the stuff that people are upset about with him here in the West does not translate or rank high on the give a fucks about meter in Japan. They gave no shits whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Yeah.
See, how did Ospreay look in the ring?
Usual, pretty good. A little spotty here and there, but he's still. he's a little beefier now because he's heavyweight full time now.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
During the quarantine, he was posting like pictures and it seemed like he was bulking up even more and stuff.
Yeah, like Jay White said, you know how I know that Ospreay's a heavyweight now because you won't shut up about it. I'm glad you found a way to decided that you're not supposed to be a skinny dweeb anymore.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick aside on the Osprey thing, his girlfriend Bea Priestley also made her return in Stardom this today.
Really?
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Her tag team partner Jamie Hayter has been really busting her butt and working out real hard during this time too.
Yeah, she's still stuck in the UK though for some reason.
Yeah. The Holy Emperor Tai Chi wrestled Mr. Athletic Jeff Cobb.
Ooh,
that should be interesting.
That was a pretty. I really enjoyed that match.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
now I'm seeing it. Now I'm getting all pumped up. See, I knew this was gonna happen.
Oh, wait till I tell you who wrestled next.
Oh,
okay. Shit, here we go.
Your boy, the Stone Pitbull.
Oh,
versus Minoru Suzuki.
Holy shit!
what?
Yes.
Oh, that's gotta be insane.
That's gotta be just a fucking clump fest.
It is a. They get so many potatoes they could feed Ireland.
Oh my god!
Brutal. It was stiff like that, huh?
Oh yeah. Then,
I love that. I'm amped up now.
Takagi.
Mhm.
Shingo Takagi versus Jay White King Switch.
Ooh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Micah, Jesus Christ, man, this is the first night?
This is the
First
first
night.
night.
Holy shit.
And in the main event, it was Kota Ibushi against Kazuchika Okada.
Oh, damn.
Really?
Damn.
Night one.
Rematch
Really?
from Tokyo Dome.
Yep.
Night
Yeah.
one A block, man. Motherfuck.
Holy
man.
shit, Ibushi and Okada? No.
We got
And there was a
Oh,
There was a winner, too.
really? It wasn't a dusty finish?
No Dusty finishes.
Dusty.
Oh, nice.
Can you imagine Dusty finish?
Yeah, Kaiju comes stomping through. No match, double count out. Oh my God! Now I definitely need to see this. I definitely need to see this.
We got to see it.
And
Yeah.
I skipped the opening match.
Yeah, I will likely skip
right
anything
into
that's not a tournament match, but
Yeah.
I actually tried to do that, but I can't do that. I have to watch the whole show. I don't know
And
why.
that's fine too. It's only like it's only like 15 minutes.
I just for some reason I gotta watch all of it. I don't know why. So I have no clue why I'm like that with New Japan. But I gotta watch the whole thing.
I was trying to get it all in this morning before the show. So
Yeah. No. That's fine. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Oh my God, I can't believe
exciting.
Suzuki, and my man Ishii.
Yes.
Holy shit!
now, as we said earlier last week, they, Kanemaru and Desperado, they won the
Yeah, and you showed me that picture. I was like, oh shit!
for the second time, and they did it by beating Hiromu and Bushi. And a lot of people were like, were pretty excited and thinking, that Bushi and Hiromu would win their first junior tag team title together. And after the match, of course, Suzuki Gun, they're not good sports, so they beat the shit out of them, and then they. Then they also said that they would never give those guys a rematch for the titles.
Just like the true heels that they are. I love it.
Right. And then at the post match press conference, they're talking their smack, because they're the winners.
Mm-hmm.
And then out of nowhere, Taichi comes in and congratulates them. and
Okay.
and he's like, you know, he said maybe Zach and I should challenge for your titles too. And Desperado's like, oh, it's like that, huh? And he's like, you know, we'll talk. You know, he's like I'll buy drinks tonight. And they're like, oh, that's great. And Kanemaru says, I can't drink, I'm driving. And then and Taichi's like, oh, I'm driving too. And then Desperado's like, I got my motorcycle, I can't drink either. and so it's funny, and so Taichi walks off, and then Kanemaru was like, well, maybe he'll buy us an appetizer. It's you know, it's just a really funny, weird moment.
Oh my goodness.
You know, so and I gotta say that fucking Desperado's new black and gold mask was so fucking cool looking that as soon as my arm gets better, I'm gonna have to draw that one too.
His mask was very cool looking, but you know whose gear I marked out for the most in that match was Bushi's entrance gear.
Yeah,
and like his whole skeleton suit he had on, and
very
then
cool.
then his gear, his ring gear was also very stylish, very sharp, like design wise. So yeah, Bushi was looking pretty fly in that match.
Yeah, that he always has great masks. You know, especially his come to the ring mask. You know, it was half like tiger mask looking, and but it was all white, so it made me think of Bengali.
Oh yeah.
So, oh, and then
Nice.
So we had you know, we've had, you know, all this stuff going on with the NWA, and they've been in hiatus, and you know, a lot of people are, you know, trying to get work, you know, in other places, and you know, the NWA Women's Champion Thunder Rosa got a shot at Hikaru Shida on AEW.
Yeah.
And anybody watch that match?
I did not watch any of that pay-per-view. What was that pay-per-view? Was it all out? Yeah, I did not watch any.
No.
I haven't seen it either because
I know the result, but
yeah,
Shida retained.
Right.
AEW, no. Only AEW I watched was the root beer going down my throat.
And then they had this past week, which has been a source of a lot of controversy.
Yep.
The match between Ivelisse and Thunder Rosa for the NWA World Women's Title. You know, to me, I think a lot of people are. I mean, to me, I've watched the match 3 times, and I see a lot of people complaining about things, and you know, while it wasn't, you know, like a great match or anything, it was the best match of the night. But I didn't, you know, I think a lot of people are getting really excited about, you know, nothing. Like I said, I think they might have, you know, hit and kicked each other a few times pretty good. But a lot of people made it out to be a huge deal. Of course, earlier that day, I had watched 3.5 hours of world-class championship wrestling. So, you know,
how the hell do you go from world-class to AEW?
I couldn't find my remote, and the TV I'd been watching TNT earlier for, I don't know, something.
That must have been painful.
And yeah, so it came on, and I was, you know.
Everybody's bitching about this match, about Thunder Rosa and Ivelisse. Look, I haven't seen it. I refuse. I'm not going to watch it. Because if I want to watch Thunder Rosa versus Ivelisse, I'll watch Lucha Underground Season 1 and 2. That's it. End of story.
or 2 and 3,
or 2 and 3, yeah.
or 3 and 4.
Well, yeah. But any Lucha Underground season, because Thunder Rosa's Cobra Moon was killing it, and then Evilise was amazing. All right, or Lucha Underground. Okay, and we all know about her reputation and her stuff, but she was amazing in Lucha Underground. So if you want to see them two wrestle, watch Lucha Underground. Don't watch the AEW crap that everybody's going all crazy over.
They also had a singles match at Ladies Night Out 4, which you can see on YouTube. Which is from Booker T's reality promotion. I watched the match just the one time, and then I saw clips outside of that. I didn't notice anything weird when I watched the match.
Like I said, I think they
was the match slow?
It was just to me, it wasn't so bad.
Is it poorly paced?
I didn't really notice that, though. It just seemed like an average match, TV match.
This is an average match?
Before Thunder Rosa had the match against Shida for the title, she had wrestled Serena Deeb on Dynamite, and I had seen that. And that match, Thunder Rosa versus Serena Deeb, was better, in my opinion, than the match this week versus Ivelisse. But it was just a TV match.
Well, you shouldn't be surprised it was better because Serena Deeb's been training people for a long time, so she knows exactly what she's doing in that ring. You know. Well,
but I didn't notice all this weird stuff. Partly because when the commercial and the picture-in-picture thing in the commercial came on, I just tuned out that part because I don't pay attention. Right. Because when they have the picture-in-picture stuff during commercial for any show, NXT, AEW, whatever, I just tune out because I'm not going to pay attention.
I'll tell you the most annoying thing I thought about Ivelisse in the match was her constantly messing with her hair. She needed to put it in a ponytail. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, because she's just constantly getting it out of her face, getting it out of her face, getting it out of her face.
If you two watched the match, if you two guys watched the match, and you said that you couldn't find anything, out of the ordinary, then you know what? I don't know why everybody's going crazy over them.
There's that one spot that everyone keeps zeroing in on, where that happens during the commercial break, right, Zeus? Where he snap mirrors her or something,
right?
And Thunder Rosa comes in to put that full Nelson, and she's not really helping her out with it.
Right.
Not helping her.
She's more concerned with her hair.
Yeah. And I said something in our the chat. When I watched that clip a few times, to me, Ivelisse looked like she's watching someone outside. I don't know if she's having some kind of conversation, like visual cue conversation with Diamante or something. I don't know, but it looks like she's watching someone for a cue or something outside the ring. That's what it looked like to me. But some of the stuff I saw of people just saying, she was so unprofessional. She was wasn't selling this and that. I didn't notice anything outside of that one deal.
I feel bad for you, Zeus. How can you go from watching World Class to watch an AEW match? That must have been just total brutality.
Yeah. Tell us about the whole experience of watching all that good World Class, and then tell us.
Good.
You had these guys, and it was the World Class style. I mean, it's like you didn't just passively not like someone that you were wrestling against. I mean, you had an intense hatred for the other person for many reasons, in the kayfabe, because, number one, they're your opponent. Number two, they probably did something to you. They might be a champion, and you want to get that championship title because that means you're going to get more money. And at the end of the day, more money means, more money, and you're happy. And so you have all of these great motivations to be really intense and mad, and you want to get this fucking guy, and he's and it's just like at any moment it felt like a real fist fight could break out. If you're wrestling the Von Erichs, those guys were all like, they were just like a one hair away from losing their shit. just wailing on your ass.
I mean, you actually thought that the Freebirds and the Von Erichs actually really hated each other, because that's how good it was. Yeah.
I mean, you thought they all hated each other.
Yeah.
I mean,
Al Perez, yeah.
Gino Hernandez, Chris Adams feud with them.
Yeah, that was outstanding.
Well, I mean, them against the Von Erichs. I mean, that was, they all just, they all just fought hard and hit each other hard, and they hit each other like they meant it, and they were just, like I said, there's just this massive amount of intensity and a desire.
Speaking of world class, I'm looking at my world class poster right now. Thank you, Zeus.
I mean, I just the way that they fought in a regular fucking match was more of a street fight in any given match in world class than the street fight on AEW between Best Friends and LAX 2.0.
Why am I not surprised?
That match was it was as bad, if not worse, than the
as advertised.
Adam Cole Velveteen Dream street fight.
That was horrible.
And it was
disgusting.
It was probably worse than that. I felt no intensity. I felt like, I do not buy Chucky and Beretta. I don't buy them as fucking being mad about anything. They're just, I think they're too content to be fucking mad about anything. And, Proud and Powerful, they're all right, but I mean, every match that night I was very underwhelmed. I just didn't feel like there was any, I just, fart, them, everybody was just, nobody impressed me. I was just, overall just, as a huge, you went from one of the absolute best federations of the 1980s to watching.
Yeah, World Class was amazing.
I mean, I never missed World Class, and I loved Mid Atlantic. Mid Atlantic was right there in my neck of the woods, was in my home, and in Georgia, all that stuff, was like home, and Texas was way out there, but you just didn't miss it because you knew the shit was going to be good. I mean, fucking. Yeah. All right, how about this? The Freebirds, Buddy Roberts, Terry Gordy, Michael Hayes against the Missing Link, Kamala, and the Super Destroyer.
Wow.
The Missing Link. Oh my God.
And not a goofy comedy Missing Link.
The old school Missing Link. Yeah.
Managed by Skandar Akbar, Devastation Incorporated. When and I mean they were mad, and the thing is like I mean when Terry Gordy, I mean even Buddy Roberts, when Buddy Roberts was punching you, he looked like he was really fucking hitting you. All these guys, they just wailed on each other, and things didn't come out, didn't always come off pretty and shit like that, but they didn't they didn't spend 30 seconds setting some bullshit up.
Yeah. You grabbed the spot.
You grabbed a dude, you went for a suplex. If they blocked it, they were going to hit the suplex on you, and then you're going to move on. You're not going to trade fucking fake suplexes for a half hour while people are fucking in the crowd, eating fucking soy milk and shit like that. Fuck ever. I don't know.
It's one of the biggest condemnations on the in-ring stuff in AEW is when they, in some of the tag matches, when they sometimes come up with these super convoluted spots, and it takes all this setup, right? There's like all this setup, and there's all this people just standing there, and opponents cooperating, like everything's a cooperation. We know this, but like when you visibly look like you're helping your opponent to hit a move on you or your friend, you're just like, what? Like you gotta do something to keep up some, premise.
So here, as a contrast, okay, last year, 2019, at the AML anniversary show, they had a 4-way tag team title match between the Gym Nasty Boys, the Heat Seekers, the Geordie Bulldogs, and and there was one other team.
Yeah,
it was four tag teams. Oh, the Dawsons.
Okay, Dawson's, yeah.
Right. And so you got 8 fucking guys in there, and they kept the action going pretty well in and out of the ring the whole time. They're all battling out basically right in front of me at one point. All 8 of them. They're all just beating the shit out of each other. And Sean Denny from the Geordie Bulldogs he gets to the ring post, climbs the ring post pretty quickly, and then jumps off on everybody else that was on there, and they did not stop fighting and look up till the very last second.
Nice.
I mean, they were not standing around waiting for this shit to happen. They were into it, and they did a great job. And I tell you, like I said, and I say it once, I'll say it a million times, Gym Nasty Boys and or the Dawsons, New Japan, you should bring these guys into tag.
I like the Dawsons. I've always liked the Dawsons, man. I want them to go to New Japan. That'd be awesome in New Japan.
I tell you, the Gym Nasty Boys have been working their asses off. They've probably lost a total of 50 pounds between the two of them.
Really?
Quarantine. And I would love to see those guys right now get a chance to wrestle some of the guys in New Japan. So
that sounds good.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like you're saying, Pedro. I mean, it's just like it just takes so long. Some of this convoluted, action and shit. Just
some of our last few episodes before our 2-week break. I had seen some bits from watching some of the Hybrid 2 versus XYZ teams and stuff, and I'd complained then about some of the. There is specifically, you might remember, there was a match I saw. It was between Peter Avalon, the Librarian, and Brandon Cutler versus Sonny
Librarian.
Miller. And some of the setups they had for these really stupid, convoluted things were just, they took so long and everything was so slow, and I was just like in pain. Like, why?
Are they wasting Sonny Kiss, or are they doing him justice?
You want me to be honest about Sonny Kiss?
Please.
I don't mean this as I don't mean to offend any Lucha Underground, any of us Lucha Clique at all. Okay, I don't mean to offend any of us at all. But whatever we saw in Lucha Underground, we need to give all the props to the Lucha Underground people, because everything I've seen outside of Lucha Underground is, I mean, there's not much to.
Gotcha.
Not much to get excited about.
It just goes to show you how good Lucha Underground was produced.
Well, I'm sure Sonny Kiss is a wonderful person, but in the ring, in AEW and in some of the indie stuff I've seen, to me, not worth a damn.
All you got to do is look at Ricochet. He was a star on Lucha Underground. He was getting buried by Vince. So there you go. Brutal.
He was burying his finger in something.
Damn, Pedro, you went back there, huh?
Oh,
you went down there. Holy shit!
yeah. Wow.
Well, that was a callback I wasn't ready for today.
There you go. Good job, Pedro. Good job.
Okay, go on. What were you going to say?
Fuck, I don't remember now.
About Sunny Kid or Lucha. I don't know.
Well, I was gonna say, I thought Ricochet was doing, pretty good. I thought he got called up to the main roster really fast.
Well, he was killing it in NXT, and then he started doing really good on the main roster. And then after he left Aleister Black, and it just I don't know what happened. I don't know who he pissed off.
So, something happened, and his fortunes turned pretty south after that something came out. But
hey, Pedro, listen. If Velveteen Dream could come back to TV and that you still get a run after all the shit that's been happening, then you know what? A finger in the ass shouldn't stop anybody. Okay?
Holy shit! You know how this stuff works, James. It's so hard to say. It's so hard to say. But hey, speaking about NXT, so I was just looking up like what happened in the last week or so because I didn't remember.
Yeah, I just saw last week's, and then I barely remember that. Oh no, I had this week's. I'm talking about this week's.
What happened last week? I had it for a moment. Now I can't find it.
I don't even know what happened last week.
Okay, we had 2 weeks of Super Tuesday because there is the one.
Right.
They had that 4-way Iron Man match, and it ended in a draw between Adam Cole and Finn Balor.
That was a dusty finish if I ever saw one, but go ahead.
I'm just going to go on the record. I did not enjoy that match. I was not a fan of that match. It was like just an hour of them just going through the motions, in my opinion. So, yes.
Okay, so I also went down a rabbit hole of in New Japan on New Japan World. And I watched a lot of older matches, a lot of older tag matches. And here's a match I watched that was pretty funny. Okay, it was, and you'll never believe that this person has a match that's on New Japan World. Okay, all right. It was George Takano and Super Strong Machine against oh shit, what was his name? He was with the Sheep Herders in WCW. Rip Morgan.
Rip Morgan. Oh my God, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Right, and Rip Morgan's tag team partner was the Italian Stallion.
What?
No way.
Yes.
The Italian Stallions on New Japan World?
Yes.
Whoa.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not shitting you. And you know what? He didn't look bad. This was 1985. And he kind of had some pre-Steiner vibe to him. He had some suplexing, some clotheslines. He did pretty good, for all of the weirdness.
He wasn't doing his WWF Java moves?
Right. No. Nice power slam. So that was pretty interesting. And then, like I said, in the match between Hase and Sasaki against Muto and Chono, Hase and Sasaki used the Power and Glory finisher in that match.
Oh yeah. You told us about that. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, I also had, recent memories of really good, actually regular tag team matches when people try to tell me.
It's amazing. You watch all this World Class, you watch all this New Japan, and then you happen to turn in and watch fucking AEW.
Well,
yeah. And I put it in the group chat. James, you might have missed it during all your responsibilities and things, but one of the fart guys posted a picture of him and fart number 2 and saying, are we the greatest tag team of all time now? Because
come on, are you serious?
Yeah, because they won the Raw, SmackDown, and
NXT,
NXT and AEW. Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah. It's, you know how these people are.
They wish they can go back in the two. You know what? I'm not even gonna go there. Never mind. Go ahead, Pedro. What was you gonna say?
Oh, well, I was just gonna continue with the thread about NXT. So last week, okay, I remember now. Last week, the NXT opened with Finn Balor versus Adam Cole to determine the NXT champion, and Finn Balor won that. It was all right. I thought it was a fine match. It wasn't anything great or anything like that. It was just whatever it was. Did you see that, Zeus? Did you see that match at all? Or
yeah, I saw that match. It was okay.
Finn Balor versus Adam Cole from last week for the NXT title.
No, I did not.
Yeah, I just thought it was okay. It was
okay. It was okay. It was okay.
I thought the main event of that show was better though. Rhea Ripley versus Mercedes steel cage.
In the steel cage. That I thought that was a good match. Yes. The only thing I didn't like, and I don't know why they're doing this, but Robert Stone climbed the cage. Why?
I don't know. I want to say also on that match, Rhea Ripley's gear was so awesome looking. The purple.
She's awesome. Come on, man. Rhea Ripley kills it.
But the way the purple and the black gear looked like it was really sharp.
I'm starting to become a fan of Mercedes Martinez again because she's showing me stuff.
Rhea Ripley, I think she's shown a lot of maturity for her age and especially her generation, where like she's really accepted this role, after coming off of the WrestleMania buildup and the Baszler victory, and where she's a lot of people could easily be in a funk mentally about the booking of what they're doing with her and that manager dude and all this stuff. Because it's really kind of beneath where they were putting her. And she's really, I think she's really embraced, her role again. And I think it's just going to build her back up to where they're going to have to get to that point again, where they're going to be like, well, we're going to have to do something important with her soon, because they're going to come to a point where, she's going to, eventually her contract is going to run out.
Yeah.
I don't know when. I don't know if it's in the next 2 years, 5 years, or whenever, but.
And she's young too, and she's good. So you got to make sure you lock her up.
Yeah.
Hey,
so.
Y'all might remember I was praising her when she was the
NXT UK,
champion, because she was such a great heel when she was the NXT UK Women's Champion. She was such an asshole bully heel as the NXT UK Women's Champ. I was like, how is she so good at this, like so young?
Speaking of NXT UK, it's a good thing that they're back, so that was nice to see.
Oh yeah. Well, let's touch real fast on NXT this week, since James, you saw it and I saw it. Zeus missed it, though he can see it anytime. I thought Io Shirai versus Shotzi Blackheart, the tag team title match, and the main event, Damian Priest versus Timothy Thatcher, I thought all three of those were really good matches.
I liked the Damian Priest Timothy Thatcher match. I thought that was a really good match. I have no problem with Priest in the ring. I've told you this a million times. The guy can go. He's big. He's strong. He knows how to sell, and he knows how to move. He knows how to tell the story. It's once he opens his mouth, that's a different story.
Isn't it weird? Like with that belt looks so good on him.
It does. It looks like it's made for him, right? It's perfect. Yes.
He was out there with his kind of Shawn Michaels looking white gear.
Mm-hmm.
It has like the cutouts with the sheer bits and stuff.
Yeah, and
that belt, and in the ring, he looked like a star, like a main event star.
Him and Timothy Thatcher had good chemistry together. Let me tell you,
Timothy Thatcher, he's really good, but he's a guy that's not going to work on the main roster. But he's
not. No, but he's perfect for NXT.
Yeah.
He's perfect for NXT. I did like the Io Shirai match. I thought that was good.
Although
You know,
that moonsault at the end, she
that
fucking
looked like it hurt.
she like
She,
crushed Shotzi Blackheart with those knees.
I don't know if Shotzi Blackheart was in the wrong spot or if Io Shirai just did it like a little bit short, but she crushed Shotzi Blackheart. I was like, ouch. You know, I was like, ouch. You know that hurt. But you know what? I'm becoming a huge fan of Shotzi Blackheart. She's really good.
Yeah.
She's really good.
I thought Breezango versus Imperium was actually a good match, but
I thought it was a good match too. I thought it was a good match. Yeah, but everybody knew that Imperium was going to lose, so there was no okay. But it was a good match. It was a good match.
The rest of the show, I don't remember too much. The Drake Maverick thing was funny just because he was talking to Killian Dane backstage, and then Killian Dane punches him, and then he still comes to the ring, and he's like thinking Killian Dane's going to be with him, and he's not. And he's like,
he knocks him out again. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, but I thought it was good. I thought it was a good show this week. I was like, okay, it's getting better.
So now let's talk about the thing we really want to talk about, James.
Oh yeah, the return of NXT UK, baby. Woo, finally, it's back.
we're probably like the only two people who are like, yeah.
I know, right? Everybody else like, what the hell are you guys watching? But you're not watching AEW, but you're watching that UK crap? Yeah. NXT UK blow AEW out of the water ring work wise any day of the week. I'm sorry.
I have enjoyed. Y'all know I've cheerleaded NXT UK from the start.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
It's really simple. It's a really simple wrestling. It's like it's booked really simply. And
it's a 1 hour show. No bullshit.
1 hour show, and the in-ring work is always, even if the results or whatever, sometimes the matches are just like the stiff shots and all this technical wrestling. So it's like such a great thing. I always dig it. And I thought all three matches were good, and that main event was super, I thought.
That main event, that Dragunov is a star, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's a star. That guy is ridiculous. Everybody knows Noman Dar could go. Okay, but that Dragunov is no joke, man. He is going to be so good. And how about Amir Jordan taking all those bumps?
Oh, man. So when Gallus of the NXT UK Tag Champs were against Amir Jordan and Kenny Williams, Amir Jordan was in there for most of the match against Gallus, and they were just chewing him up. They were beating
Wolfgang beat the shit out of him. Amir Jordan bumped so hard for Wolfgang. I hope he bought him drinks that night, because let me tell you something. I haven't seen anybody bump that hard since Zero's mom on a Friday night. You know what I'm saying? It was brutal. I'm telling you, brutal.
Amir Jordan he got over so much with me. I'd seen him in a few things, like in Progress, and then in NXT UK. I seen him. I was never very impressed with him, but this week I was impressed with him because he was bumping and
selling. Oh my god!
Busting.
I could have sworn Wolfgang dropped him on his face.
He probably did.
I was like, oh, that shit hurt. And then boom, he popped right back up and took another stiff shot. I was like, damn.
And then he when Kenny Williams came in, Kenny Williams was like this spaz. Like he was just moving
around. He looked like his timing. He looked like his timing was off, but it wasn't. It was cool. It was cool.
He took like 2 bumps, and he was all like, "Oh, I gotta tag out." And I'm like, Amir Jordan's still selling that tremendous beating when he gets tagged back in.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wait, Kenny Williams comes off as the biggest pussy ever.
Yeah, Kenny Williams, I don't want no part of this.
After his partner just taken like 10 minutes of ass kicking. And yeah, of course, Amir Jordan gets killed because he's still recovering from getting his ass.
He got killed. He got resurrected and killed again. Okay, he got the shit kicked out of him by fucking. Oh, that was horrible.
And then you have the women's match. I'm trying to think how you say her name.
I love Miss Valkyrie. Yeah,
Valkyrie or something like.
I think she's going to become my new favorite talent. I really like her. She is good.
What I liked about the match between her and Isla Dawn is they had a match before the quarantine, before stuff stopped on NXT UK, and Valkyrie won that match. And this match, even though it's however many months later we are, played off everything from the other match. So I was like, oh, they're playing off the other match. So if you go back,
Isla Dawn is good. Isla Dawn is good.
If you go back and watch their other match, you'll see that the second match, they're just working off stuff from that one. And then when Valkyrie wins, Isla Dawn sells you saw how upset she was at losing?
Yeah. It was good stuff.
Yeah.
I was actually thoroughly entertained while watching that match and the whole 1 hour show for that matter. I was entertained. It was so good to see Piper Niven again, and even Kaylee Ray, even her.
That was a cool little promo segment. Oh, yeah. Shout out to YYH. She took off. I hope you have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend, Y2H2.
The funny thing in that promo segment was the amount of Scottish accents.
Yeah,
they're both Scottish.
I had to put on my subtitles. But it was good stuff, man. Yeah, it was good stuff.
Oh, Sonny Jim. Oh, I ate a baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Baby, the other white meat. Baby, what's for dinner?
Oh, fat bastards. I love them.
History, Katie. Tell them all our history, Katie.
Yeah. Yeah, she was trying to say you suck, but I couldn't. But I don't think it sounded like suck. Oh, it was good stuff, man. It was good stuff.
Was telling who all was missing from the beginning song and all the stuff. Like they were talking about what's that tournament they're going to do?
It's a new tournament. Yeah, it's a new trophy. Yeah.
And you noticed Tyler Bate was in the opening song, but they didn't give him too much.
He wasn't there. Yeah. But then, at least Pete Dunne will be there next week, so that's good.
Yeah, it's weird though. I mean, I know Tyler Bate got caught up in the speaking out stuff a little bit, but so did Trent Seven slightly, and he's going to be in that tournament. So he's going to
be in the tournament. Yeah, Tyler Bate is nowhere to be found.
Yeah,
or Pete Dunne, but they said Pete Dunne will be here next week, so we'll see what happens with that.
He's going to do the draw for the tournament, and next week, we're also getting Piper Niven versus challenging Kaylee Ray for the.
I like Piper Niven. I always like Piper Niven.
Yeah, you would love her stuff in Stardom.
Yeah, I would. I like the fact when all the tag teams came out. That was kind of cool too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They put Imperium's picture up top. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, they're coming. Mm-hmm. So I thought it was a good show. I'm actually looking forward to this week's episode.
Yeah. So, apologies to Zeus. I know we're like going. He's like,
yeah, no. Zeus is Zeus is going. Zeus is going. I gotta sit here and pay my arms to listen to this shit.
We apologize.
It's okay. I went and used the restroom.
There you
go. James, we were the piss break segment.
We were the piss break. That's kind of hot. Good job, Zeus.
Oh my god!
Holy shit! Look at that. Oh my stars and garters.
I don't remember much from Raw or SmackDown these past 3 weeks.
The only thing I remember from SmackDown is what happened with last night with there was supposed to be some kind of interview segment with Sasha Banks and a neck brace.
Bailey.
And then here comes Bailey, beats the shit out of her again.
Zeus, what did you remember from these last 3 weeks and those things?
Nothing, because I haven't hardly watched it at all.
Yeah.
The last time I actively watched Raw was just that night that Asuka won retained the title. That we were kind of worried about her winning that match.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like a month ago. And I keep, the SmackDown stuff, I love Johnny Mundo. I mean, I want nothing but the best for him, but they're just kind of spinning their wheels with.
But that was horrible yesterday.
And
did you see it yesterday, Zeus? Because if you didn't, God bless your eyes.
No, I didn't.
Because Johnny Mundo and the Miz doing the dirt sheets, and out come Otis, and it was ridiculous. And they stripped down the Miz and his tidy whities, and then the fucking Johnny Mundo gets tossed from one end of the ring to the other end of the ring. It's just stupid. It was just. I was like, no. I was like, and I turned away from Yankees Red Sox to this. I was like, oh no.
There's supposed to be a new short film on YouTube called "The Speed of Time," starring John Hannigan.
No.
Yeah, it's on. Okay. It's supposed to be on the Dust channel, and they do a lot of little short sci-fi movies, sci-fi horror.
Yeah.
Movies.
I want Boom 2. That's what I want.
That's what I'm saying. I said that. I said that to him and to Taya the last time they were at WrestleCade together, and I said that Taya should be his receptionist and speak nothing but Spanish the entire film until the very end when she starts starts speaking English and starts helping Boone kick somebody's ass.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Zeus, that's a good idea.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Zeus get a script writing credit. There you go.
Something else I saw from a WCW show from '88. It was Ricky Morton and Nikita Koloff as a tag team.
Oh wow!
Oh wow! What?
Yeah.
When the hell did this happen?
1988. It was after the Bash.
Where? After the Bash?
Yeah. They just wrestled a jobber team, but I mean, they worked.
How come I don't remember any of this?
I don't think they teamed regularly. I think this was kind of like because that the Rock and Roll had kind of been out of the tag team title picture for a while, and and so I think that because Nikita was a face and Ricky was a face, and I think that they're pushing Sting in singles, and I think Gibson was hurt, so they put them together for at least one match. Yeah, but that was. I
wouldn't have known who to root for. I would have cheered Nikita and booed the other guy.
But like I said, it's crazy to think how well they worked together after being such enemies for the better part of 3 years. They hated each other.
Yeah, fucking Ricky Morton, Jesus.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I watched a shit ton of great matches, and to everybody that thinks that we just shit on AEW, the WWE shit has just been awful too. So
Well, I know people say all you do is shit on AEW. I was one of the most excited guys for AEW. That Double or Nothing thing, I dropped $50 at the last minute. It was like an old school WCW pay-per-view style. You know, I was excited. I brought some beers. I was all happy. I thought it was a great match between Cody and Dustin. I was all into it. And then the first thing I saw, the Librarians, it just made me want to shit my pants. That shit was horrible.
Damn.
You know?
Damn.
It was horrible. And then we saw fucking Jay and Silent Bob in the crowd. I was like, oh no. I just couldn't do it.
Maybe I should watch the Librarians the next time my opioids are starting to.
Yeah.
I think if we went back through all the episodes starting from like Double or Nothing last year to Double or Nothing this year, if we went through all the things, I think I am fairly consistent in my criticisms throughout that entire year of AEW. Y'all, both of you were more excited at the start, and I could kind of see like, there's a bad direction here.
You saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah, you know what? Even in that pay-per-view, there were some production issues. There were some commentary issues. There was definitely some in-ring issues. But overall, we were like, okay. And then that first TV show hit, and we was like, oh.
Here's the thing. Here's my main concern back then, and I think it played out, is who were the people in place to make booking decisions and like in-ring style direction decisions.
Yeah.
Like the Young Bucks, as Kenny Omega, as Cody, Tony Khan, who was like, was coming off as just like a fawning fanboy for them. So it was like all these people were in place who have like they had like bad they're like bad what's the word I'm looking for? They have bad habits. Okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing, Pedro. I'll tell you one thing. Pedro. You know what AEW has done for me?
What?
It's made me start watching Impact again.
Oh, okay. Have you seen any of it these last 3 weeks? I haven't.
I saw clips of the last 2 weeks online.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I'm gonna start watching the shows again because you guys know I'm a big Mac fan, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start watching the shows again. Yeah, because AEW has talent that I want to see, but I can't see what AEW has done to them. Because I know Lance Archer is not Lance Archer in AEW, and fucking they just totally shit on Brody Lee and the stupid suit eating the turkey, whatever the fuck he was eating. I just can't do it. I just can't do it.
He's the TNT champion now, James.
Oh yeah. You know what?
And guess who he's going to fight on this week?
Who is he fighting?
The biggest match you can imagine. It's so huge.
Of all time?
It's so huge you won't believe it. His challenger is gonna be Orange Cassidy.
What? Oh.
I mean, all these people had bad habits. To me, Kenny Omega always had bad habits, but with the right opponent, it was all right.
Yeah, but Kenny Omega was in. If you watch Kenny Omega, if you watch him in New Japan, he wasn't bad.
He sometimes had very bad habits in New Japan, James.
Yeah, but it was glossed. Yeah, but it was easily glossed over because of the quality of the matches that he was having because of his opponents. And the style of the matches.
Go back and watch his run as the IWGP Heavyweight Champion when they were giving him and the Bucks kind of like
I remember all that. Yeah,
and it was not great. If you watch that stretch versus what came,
I was watching that shit on Access. Yeah,
it's what came after is better in my opinion.
Oh no, it is. But I'm just saying it's just like I want to see these people, but I can't watch them, and I just can't. I just can't.
But I mean, how many times can we go over the thing? If you're not in the elite and you're not Moxley or Jericho, you're spinning your wheels.
And here, case in point, Pedro, remember the other week we watched QT Marshall against
Jack Evans?
Angelico?
Or Jack Evans, yeah.
Yeah, Jack Evans. And that was just turned into a squash match.
Brutal.
Well, yeah, there was QT Marshall wrestled Jack Evans. Then the next week was Angelico and Jack Evans versus QT Marshall and Dustin Rhodes.
Right.
Then Angelico and Jack wrestled. They wrestled a few people. Like they wrestled the Librarian and Brandon Cutler. They wrestled Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela. Then Angelico wrestled Frankie Kazarian. He jobbed. Then he wrestled Orange Cassidy on Dynamite recently. That was last week.
One.
That's the week, and that was a total squash for Orange Cassidy won in the squash. Yeah,
Joey Janela. Oh my god.
Yeah, that really pissed me off.
Yeah, and it was weird how many people loved that match because Angelico got in like 2 or 3 moments of showing his llaves, his submissions, and people were like, "Oh, he's so good," and then they're like, "Oh yeah, Orange Cassidy's so amazing." The match was like super short, right? Like
I can't help but laugh when you said that. I can't.
It was 3 minutes. It was about as long as a women's match in AEW.
And what, James, do you know how that match ended?
I'm afraid you even want to know.
Okay, so Orange Cassidy, much shorter than Angelico. Angelico, one of the few talents they seem to have that's over 6 feet tall.
Mm.
So Orange Cassidy, Angelico is like much taller. He's more athletic looking. He's bigger. This smaller dude hits a Superman punch. Like like Roman Reigns Superman punch.
Mm-hmm.
So he hits a Superman punch, and then Angelico is just out, like he's just KO'd. That was the finish.
And let me tell you something else. That Adam Page Frankie Kazarian match.
Oh yeah,
God, that was just fucking horse shit.
People were
really. I used to like Frankie Kazarian too.
It was like. It's so much like they're thinking through these sequences, that they're not, that they're not, I mean, these guys haven't wrestled each other a lot, and so that they don't know each other that great, and so they're either not working, they're not working together beforehand much, or it's not natural. And I just thought it was a lot of sloppy, overly done, overly choreographed bullshit. And and it goes, like James has said before many times, is the fact when you don't have house shows, to get a lot of this stuff worked out. This is one of the things that happens, because it's not like they're retards. They know how to, these guys, have gotten to this point, for a good reason. They're not the worst wrestlers in the world. It's just, it's just not coming off real well. And, they're just trying to do too much,
here's my thing, Zeus. Here's my thing, Zeus. You got both two of the greatest stars of the 80s there. You have Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard working in AEW. Don't these people listen to them? I
don't think they're asking them anything.
But don't you? You would think they would take charge after seeing some of this shit in the ring and be like, okay, stop, time out. No.
James, I'm going to tell you why they're there. I'm going to tell you why Jake Roberts, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, any other veteran act you can think of is there. They are there to give the promotion like accreditation or whatever, like bona fide.
Street cred.
Any kind of legitimacy.
Yeah.
Not to mention, it's every day is like a meet and greet for these guys. See, it's we're pretending to be wrestlers, and now we get to hang out with our favorite wrestlers from when we were little.
So they're not there really. Like they can say they're there in XYZ capacity. They're just there for that. Just so they can say, "Hey, look what's in our belt." You know.
Well, the best promo that's ever been cut on AEW was that one that Tully Blanchard cut, trying to get Sean Spears to wake the fuck up.
Yeah.
Well, I got a black glove. Nothing. It doesn't mean shit, dude. Get the fuck off your ass and fucking put the work in.
Yeah, but not for nothing. But if any one of us were in AEW right now, I would have either Tony or Orin or both in the ring, physically teaching me how to sell properly, how to do ring psychology. I mean, I would be milking them for all the shit that they know. I mean, as a professional, I go back as a professional.
What did I just say a little bit ago? When this started, I looked at who was in positions for making decisions. And these are not people who take criticism well.
Nope.
And these are not people who are going to ask for, like, how can I do things better? Because they think they were the best in the world.
Right. They think that they're Hall of Famers.
Yes. So, I mean.
And that's why Fart fits in so well there.
Yeah, exactly. And,
you're right, Zeus. No, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
You remember last year we had the conversation about the revival /
Yeah.
We had the conversation. I said, who are they going to have these matches with? Like these great matches that they supposedly were going to have that people were salivating over. Who are they going to have these matches with? Because everyone in AEW had those spotty, stupid, convoluted indie bullshit styles. And it's like, who are they going to have these old school matches with? And the answer is no fucking one. There's no
Not to mention, they're not, everybody keeps calling them the next Tully and Arn, and they're not.
Yeah.
They're not remotely like Tully and Arn at all. I mean, it's just like,
they showed flashes of brilliance in NXT, and then it just stopped.
Right, but that was like 4 years ago, man.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah,
I didn't see them then, but I saw them live in January.
Yeah.
So people can't say, well, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't watch them. I fucking watched them in front of me get their fucking asses outworked by the Usos, who had style. They had energy. They were having fun. And when fucking, I can't remember. I'm sorry. I don't remember which one ended the match, but when he jumped off the top rope,
excuse me.
Okay, he jumped off the top rope for a flying body splash on Fart number 2, and I don't know if that's who it was. I'm just saying. But in midair, he was coming down. He turns his head and looks at the camera and smiles and winks at it.
That's hot. Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, I was just like, holy shit, that's...
Yeah, man, the Usos have always been good,
Yeah. Zeus, not for nothing, but last night on SmackDown, it was like Roman Reigns and whichever Uso it is, because I never know what...
That's Jey Uso,
Jey Uso, okay. Versus, I can't...
Sheamus and Baron Corbin in some kind of street fight.
That splash that Jey Uso hit to finish that match was so explosive.
Yeah,
so fast, so much impact.
Mm-hmm.
They impressed me. They impressed the shit out of me.
I've always said the Usos is one of the greatest tag teams because they don't joke, man. They don't joke. And Fart, I'm gonna start calling them Fart now. The fucking Zeus got me calling them Fart.
James, your stepson's in the. I mean, your
what?
Zero's in the.
Who's in the chat? Zero's in the chat.
Oh my god!
We were talking about Dustin being Dick Murdoch's son, and now we're Zero cool and.
Zero says the Revival are showing how highly overrated they are because everyone was talking about how their match with the Young Bucks was going to be the greatest match of all time. ... Instead, shit the bed. Yeah.
I'm so proud of my stepson. Look at him go. Zero, what's up, brother? I miss you. Long time no see.
Shouldn't he be your bastard son, James?
Something like bastard son. Who knows? Something like that.
Damn.
Something like that.
Oh my God,
not.
we're Zero. You come just as we need to get going. I'm like,
That's
man.
all right. That's all right. You go back and you tell mom you saw daddy. It's all good, you know. What's up, buddy? Zero. I gotta talk some X-Men with Zero, man, because he's the man with the X-Men shit. I need some X-Men talk with him.
Yeah, we need to have Zero back sometime. We need to have a bunch of people back on the show.
Yeah.
You know, mentioning the X-Men and, you know, especially like, you know, the X-Men, the animated series, I want to find
It's coming back.
I want to find the episodes of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. There's like 2 episodes
I remember
with
those.
the X-Men on it, and
Yeah.
and I know they fought the Juggernaut. They fought the Juggernaut together in one of them, and then there was another one, and I remember, I think it was I think Juggernaut threw Wolverine at like the wall at the school, and like his claws got stuck in the wall.
Awesome. I love the X-Men animated series, but it's making a comeback. I forgot what channel it's going to be on, but like all the episodes are going to be shown.
I heard Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends are on Disney Plus. So
really? Oh, I got to get Disney Plus.
Yeah, and
Ooh. I haven't seen Zero in a long time, man.
We missed you.
Where's my Father's Day card? You're late. What's wrong with you?
Because you know, we need to say hi to Zero Cool, as well as Acid Burn, Serial Killer, and the whole gang from Hackers. If you haven't seen the movie Hackers, that's where Zero gets his name from.
Mm-hmm. I want to give a quick shout out to the MMM show. Justin, Byron, Professor Casey, and the Meat Meister himself, the Meatloaf. Meat, what's going on?
Oh, look. Zero said we got it wrong. He is the Reverse Flash. He went time multiple times. And the truth is, Lex Luger is James' mom from the Jurassic period and conceived from an egg. Whoa.
Fucking Zero, man. He said, keep it kayfabe. Yeah, baby. There you go, Zero. Keep kayfabe alive, brother.
Like y'all said, shout out to the MMM show. Also, shout out to the Way Too Real. Well, I think they call it something else now.
Big shout out to Dante Oblivion.
Dante, Mill, and
Liz Savage, baby.
I was listening to a little bit of it last night, and they're telling some fun stories about hanging out with Bai Lucha for the Lucha Underground.
Oh, I can imagine. That must have been fun.
That's right. They went and picked him up and they housed him for that weekend.
Yeah, they abused him. Got no sleep. He was up like 48 hours or some shit.
Shout out to Bai Lucha.
Bai Luch.
Always giving me the good manga stuff. And shout out to YYH.
Hey, I got a shout out to Bean.
Bean.
My awesome Dizzy Devil wall hanging, and you can buy those custom wall hangings from Bean from his Etsy store, and Andrew
got some stuff from Bean too. It looked pretty cool.
From his Etsy shop,
and I requested the video from him too, so I sent him a little bit more money than that, and he sent me a couple of pins. A couple of cool pins back too, so
nice.
Definitely
support your small time local artists.
Go check out Cross and Bean on Twitter. You should find the link to the shop from there.
Hey, Zero, there's going to be an X-Men episode that I think coming up soon, because X-Men, the original animated series, is coming back on in its entirety, so you and I got to discuss this. in great detail. So I feel an X-Men episode happening.
I need to watch that garbage piece of crap, Dark Phoenix, just so I can say I watched it.
Zeus, you know what? It's bad, but you can tell where the reshoots were made, and it made a small difference. But it's just not. They fucking dropped the ball. They dropped it. I mean, like, how many times are you going to work the same story and fuck it up?
Right.
Well, one last plug here. Friday, September 25th. Summer Chill Take 2 will be premiering on my YouTube.
Oh,
all right.
Probably be 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 6 p.m.
Nice.
We can crack open can't crack open any more watermelon. I can't hardly find that anymore, but we can crack open a pumpkin for it.
Yeah,
yeah, there you go. Yeah,
in the fall technically, but it's my recreation of the Summer Chill special that got lost when the last computer died. So yeah, that's coming up on Friday. I'll promote it more on Monday. Thanks everyone for hanging out, and we'll see y'all next week. Hopefully, God willing, and everyone stay safe. Wear your mask. Wash your hands.
That sounds like a song. Wear your mask, wash your hands, wash your ass, wear your mask.
Wash your ass while you're at it.
Yeah, man, the Cheyenne, yeah. They totally fucked it up, Zero. Yeah, it was horrible.
They totally fucked it up, but we'll have to talk about that next time. We'll see y'all later, bye.
All right, guys, have a good one. Thanks to Y282 and Zero for hanging in the chat. Peace.